Yo guys, it's MV Sim Racing here. It's Michael from MV Sim Racing rather. And yeah, welcome to a I guess like first video in a while. Technically it's not my first video on this channel, but it's a video that I haven't done in a while. So hopefully you guys can still hear me over the audio. Now this is just a sort of like a POV replay, like a post-race highlight kind of thing. And before we move on, I just want to explain what we're in, what the context of the video is. So right now we are joined in the Track Esports Porsche GT Cup, not GT Cup, GT Championship, because it's not a GT Cup. It's a different car, I think, something like that. But yeah, this is round one of their first ever championship, so it's cool. Pretty happy for them. We also got a prize pool of around 10,000 Filipino pesos, so that's cool as well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm also a driver for Track Esports. You can tell by my shirt on the bottom left, that's me, as well as the Track Esports decal at the bottom of the screen. It's sort of covering the Race Essentials HUD, which I'll try to remove moving forward. Yeah, this is round one. My expectations for this race is to finish first. That's all. If not first, then second. Maybe like podium, as we have a slight oversteer through that turn, having too much curve. Yeah, my expectations are very high. I did a 2:16.2 in practice, like offline, using the same same server conditions. But in the race server or practice server, I did 2:16.5, which is also good. But yeah, it's like probably one of the top times in that session. Now, I just want to shout out to all the pro drivers as well, because it's been a while since I've seen this. But basically, we were lining up for qualifying, which is what I'm mentioning here to Ferdy as well. Which, by the way, Ferdy is a long time friend of mine. We go way back. I think either we start. I think we started racing together on Roblox. Imagine that, on Roblox around 2014, 2015-ish. I kind of forgot. But yeah, we go way back. We went from controllers. Well, he is on a controller right now because he's at a hospital dorm. But yeah, we went from controller. He even had a Wiimote and beat me with a Wiimote while I was on like a Logitech Wingman from the Force GP. So shout out to him. I'll probably leave a link to his channel down below. Epic dude. He also made delivery for us, which I'll put on the screen right now. And yeah, just legendary. We have a nickname in our circle of friends. We call him Legendary Man, because it's Ferdy Riemann, so legendary man. But yeah, shout out to that dude. He's epic. And I'm also in the voice chat with him right now. Oh, in this video rather. Yeah, we're just communicating. We're streaming as well, both at the same time, and we're just having a good time, really. Even though it's like a high stakes situation. In the end, it's all it's good to have fun. And he's also very fast at the moment. I remember when we would still, we were actively racing, and I think as teammates, mostly as teammates, yeah, we would trade times, trade positions, on the timing sheets. I would go fastest, and then he would go faster than me, and then we sort of switch places, beat each other's times. Usually he won though back then, but now I can say I could say I would one up him, but he has a lot more achievements than I do, so he's still the man. Yeah, back to the race. We have big names here. Probably put like an entry list screenshot if I remember. Please remember, future me. Um, I have screenshots. I'll have a screenshot of the entry list for the pro class. So this is like best of the best, at least locally. Well, except for Freddie Riemann, he's not from around here in the Philippines. But yeah, we have Luis Moreno. He is part of Lore Legion of Racers, a very popular, very well known, established team, Legion of Racers in Southeast Asia, particularly Singapore, based in Singapore. But Luis is in the Philippines. You also have Joshua Nabus, and Joshua was the last championships winner, like drivers championship, the Sim Racing PH GR86 Cup. He beat me to it. I finished P2 in the standings. But yeah, it was epic, epic battles with him all throughout the race, all throughout the season. I just couldn't perform when I needed to, so I got P2. But still, kudos to him. And then, yeah, we also have Roy Merpiparip. He's also quick. Sir Aldo. I think he didn't really have much practice based on what I understand from his chats. But yeah, didn't have much practice. But he's still quick. He's still very consistent. He's very good in the arrive and drive sort of things. We also have Sir Alexis Capano, and also Sir Aldo. If I didn't say Sir Aldo before, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sir Lex. He's also really quick. I remember in the GR86 Cup, it was like insanely quick. I can't match his pace or whatever. At least in that GR86 car. In ACC is also quick, like esports level for sure. I would say. I wish, hopefully, we'll be able to hop on the esports side of things, especially in ACC. And yeah, we also have a bunch of names. I can't really quite see because for some reason Filmora grays out the UI in the background. But yeah, let's see if I did forget names. Oh, Enzo Ison, Lore Ascent, so junior team to Lore. So yeah, like a junior driver to Lewis. Right here, actually, before we skip, um, initially, I thought we got P2 with a 216.6 or 4, I think. Yeah. But before we move on, let's check what happens at the end, because for some reason, the HUD is glitched. Or like everyone's HUD was glitched. The stream HUD was glitched. My HUD was glitched. Pretty much everyone else's HUDs were glitched. I don't know why that's the case. That's a very interesting scenario. But it's glitched. So this, whatever standings you see right here, although the flag is in the way, this is not the final standings or the final like positions or qualifying results rather. So let's find out after we let the session go over in a bit. You'll see it go over once I reach the start finish line where I run out of fuel. And you might be wondering like, hey Michael, why are you still running even though the session is over? It says right there up top, qualify over. Well, apparently Assetto Corsa doesn't really care if the session is over or not. If the session is still there, then if it hasn't switched over, you still have a chance to qualify, especially when it says overtime. For overtime, I'm pretty sure that it's still record to time, like 100% sure. Like people have used it in the previous championships. I've seen it. But when it says qualify over, I'm not sure. So I didn't want to miss out on any opportunities, so I overfueled. But yeah, there's that. Now I just ran out of fuel, slowly ghosting and going into a stop. So let's see. There we go. Now if you look at the setup Corsa HUD, yeah, as past me says, I am P1. I think we missed out by, yeah, just 22 thousandths of a second, which is insane. That's how close the competition is. And yeah, I was expecting to be uh, quicker for this, but uh, it's very close. And at least I made it count. But yeah, let's skip over to the race, shall we? Like the countdown. All right, now we are preparing for the race session. I forgot to shout out to Josh and Numbers as well. That's who I missed out before, because it was being covered by the flag, and yeah, I can't see it in this in this video editor. It's grayed out. Sorry if you hear background noises. I just can't help it in this time of the day. It's just loud, jeepneys and all. But yeah, we are in P1. Let's see the start lights, or rather, the lack of start lights. Now, if you notice, I had nothing on my screen. There was no GT7 HUD. There was no Assetto Corsa start lights. So now I'm now stuck behind here. Now we're side by side with Ferdy. Sorry again for the jeepney noise. So you can see that red. So if you see red, that's Ferdy. And that beautiful livery right there. Yeah, just let him go. I don't want to go side by side into Orush and Radeon. I want to go, I want to go far from the rest of the pack. Because I know the top four were pretty quick. So, like, Ferdy's already suggesting to give me the position. Which, shout out to him. He's epic. Again, we go way back. We've been team drivers, like, pairings for so long. But yeah. Here, look at that beautiful RMSP Porsche livery. Which, by the way, RMSP, in case you guys didn't know, which I think, well, everyone doesn't know, except for our circular friends, it's Riemann, so that's for the Riemann. M is for me, Michael. S is for Samson, our friends like Horse, which unfortunately passed away. Rip Samson. And P for Papa. Like, that's our friend's surname. So yeah, RMSP, because we've been together for so long. Just, added names. Like, we started off with Michael Motors, then Riemann Autosport, and we just combined Michael Riemann Motors, MRM, if not mistaken. And then we added Samson, then we added Francis's last name, Papa. So that's the lore of our name. But yeah, here we are. Freddie gave me the position. We didn't lose any time, like, we weren't any being chased from behind. There was a lot of space between P4 and P5 before. So yeah, we're good now. Now I'm chasing down Joshua Nabus, our, I would say, like, arch rival at this point. Arch nemesis. Because, yeah, he beat me in the GR86 Cup. But yeah, now there's no 2 times slipstream. It's just more driving skill that's being highlighted here. But now I have a bad exit, so oh well. He's gone. For a bit. For the meantime, right? Like, the gap is there. I think I'm just out of slipstream range. I can't quite read if it's 0.5 seconds or not on the HUD above. But yeah, we are a bit far away. Also, if you see, like, the car wiggling, that's my force feedback. It's quite intense for some reason. But yeah, just is, I guess. But it feels good in the corners, especially in the bus stop chicane. That's my favorite in terms of how the car feels. Now here I'm just saying hi to Christiansen, someone who I've not raced with for a long time, 2 years ago or a year ago in the HME League that's Indonesian based. So yeah, just saying hi in the stream. It's all good vibes, really. I asked Ferdy as well, like, if he recognized him. But anyways, on the race. We're still chasing down Josh Nabos, P4 Ferdy. looks like there's a a substantial gap between him and the car behind. Meanwhile, we're sort of catching to Joshua Nabos. It feels like yeah, feels like it's close compared to how it was at the exit of La Source. So now up, not up, at the exit of Stavla, the second one. We are, we're just slowly gaining, we're having good pace. Joshua using a lot of the track. I don't do it because for some reason the car sounds like it slows down. Now I say sound because I haven't really checked the speedometer yet, but it just sounds like the engine bogs down. For some reason, Assetto Corsa, some checks, they when you go off surface, it sort of like slows you down and is like slippery as well. Here we go. We have a good exit, but I hit the wall, but there's no damage. So unfortunately, the server did not have damage, which is good for me. So I escaped a very bad situation. But here, up Eau Rouge, okay, using all the curb and like all the white line on the white line really, and now we have a great run into at the end of Camel Straight. I forgot the S's name. Sorry. But yeah, didn't even need a dive bomb. We're already side by side, and we're pretty ahead coming into the braking zone. So Joshua has to yield. Um, oh, I watched the Qatar GP. I remember I was watching it with a friend, and we were both so sleepy. But then when Kevin Kevin Magnussen overtook, who's that? Joe? Was it Joe or Valtteri? But yeah, I remember his radio was like "fuck off." Sorry for for the language, but that was really funny when that happened. So yeah, uh, just just having laughs while we were casually battling for the top spot. I'm trying to chase down Luis Moreno. Use all the track and try not to run wide here, as the gravel really slows you down. So if you notice, there's a lot of gravel traps at the exit of turns. So you have to be careful with your exits. Like best if you lift rather than hit the gravel. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention. Like I just heard in the background, it's all fine and dandy. Me and Joshua. I don't mean anything bad with the swearing. It's just as you heard me laugh before. It's just me trying to recall the radio message from Kevin Magnussen. But yeah, that was funny. Anyways, get a good exit at the hairpin, hairpin rather. And yeah, 30 lagging, so a bit of a concern, unfortunately. But here, look at the sparks there. I bet it's gonna be looking really cool at night, but I don't want to have a night race. I don't think anyone does, because it lags a lot. So yeah, try to avoid that. But for now, we're sort of like closing in. Got the fastest lap. Lewis not doing the fastest laps that he's shown in qualifying and practice as well. So it's a good sign for me. I'm going to try and keep on pushing. Now, I don't know if you guys do this, but if you look at how I hold my steering wheel and the shifting finger, I use my middle finger. Now, it feels comfortable, but on camera it looks so weird. It feels so odd. But I don't know. Just feels weird to not be using the middle finger, but it just looks weird. Anyways, that's a short rant. Anyways, we're still closing in to Luis Moreno. As you can see, we're just trying to take our corners right, but just a bit of oversteer getting on the AstroTurf, so I have to lift a bit here and there. As you can see by my pedal traces, which by the way I'll fix the overlays. I've taken note of that. Lewis goes wide a bit and hits the gravel, and that's what I mean by the gravel really slows you down. So now Lewis might be in a tough, tough position. He might get um, he might get overtaken by Joshua Nabos. But I think based on the mirrors, looks like he doesn't. Um, he keeps the position, stays in the middle of the track. Joshua sort of locks up, I think. But yeah, P2, 3, and 4. Now they're bunched up together, so anything can happen really. Joshua and Ferdy looks like they're having a good battle as well. Up until when Lewis joined them after that mistake. But yeah, it's great to see that they're battling. Everyone's battling. Ferdy's battling Joshua, uh, who's also battling Lewis Moreno. They're top 2, 3, 4, just having just having a battle. But yeah, as I mentioned to Ferdy, as long as you don't lag too much and kill anyone in the process, you should be fine. That's all. Yeah. By the way, if you made it this far, leave a like and perhaps subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. And let me know if you have any feedback on the channel or the video in particular. Let me know what you want to see more of. If you would like to see a tutorial on controllers, which I haven't used in a while, but I'm definitely more than happy to try it again after being on the wheel for quite a while, really. I think like 2 months as I hit the gravel, but look at that delta go down. It's like I lost 2/10 from hitting the gravel for like half a second. So be careful. But yeah, let me know what you want to see, whether that be a tutorial, some more race highlights, which I have a lot of now that I stream a good amount, especially like Tuesday in the morning and afternoon I stream. But usually it's nights, like Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and if there's leagues, I would also stream like league races. So Wednesday is the track esports Porsche championship. So that's gonna last for 3 to 4 rounds. Sorry for the background again. And we also have e-racing GP at on Fridays at 10 p.m. So I'll stream that as well. All right, I lost my train of thought because I had to I had to do something in the background. But yeah, now we're in P1, and I think I'm going to skip this because we actually keep the lead. As I sort of almost jinxed myself, even in editing, I almost jinxed myself. That's insane. But yeah, just made a slight mistake into the braking. Just felt like something was off in the braking. I'm not doing something right. But yeah, let's skip towards the end of the session and let's see the results for race 1. Alright, now heading down to the start finish line to complete our last lap. We finished P1, Luis Moreno P2, Joshua Nabos P3, Ferdy Riemann P4, Roy Numerip P5, Enzo Ison P6, Sir Lex P7, Sir Aldo P8, Vernon, shout out to him, fellow track esports teammate, Team Omega. So around the same class. Yeah, he's P9. Sorry for those lower, I can't see it in the HUD. If there are any, I forgot really. But yeah, there you go. We just drove into the endurance pits. And there you go. There you go. Miguel San Mateo is P10. So that's the race 1. Everyone's saying good race, good race. That's all like respect really between us all. And I'm just so glad to see it. It's been a while. It's like you're just doing a fun race really. There's like nothing on the line. But of course that has to come first. The respect, the camaraderie between competitors. Then competitiveness can come later on. But yeah, right now it's not really much side by side. There were some overtakes, but not many things like happening. Not as much action. as one would like, but it was like all close racing single file. So I'm sure everyone was pushing hard. But yeah, action wise, not too many, not too much action, but that's race one, and not too much action is good for me because I yeah, finished P1. Now, in contrast to race one, we have race two. Race two did not turn out as well as I wanted to, and I made a huge mistake. But stay tuned for that. Let's skip over to race two. Okay, now we are setting up for race two. I am not in P2. I am at the back of the grid. I think Miguel San Mateo is to our left, so I'm not really last. But we're going to have the same error. Not error, really. It's more like hardware issue or software issue because it's an app where I don't have my start lights. I've tested this in a session, like an offline session, but for some reason it just happens again. So I have no lights. I just looked down at my Race Essentials HUD at the bottom to see whether it hit the like race time start thingy. So when it hits 15 minutes, but still not enough. It's very unreliable. It's much better if you have the start lights. I guess I'm just used to that. Now here I had a huge lift. I thought people would be crashing or like going side by side, but no. Everyone's clean, single file. So that was insane. My lift was way too much for sure. I definitely should have lifted less, but it is what it is, right? We're still able to catch up to the pack, just not do any overtakes for the section up to the end of Camel Straight. Now here we are very close to Miguel San Mateo. I go for a dive, I think. Yep. Just let go of the brake a bit and go side by side with him as he left the space. So I just took it. But Miguel San Mateo still has the inside line for no name. And unfortunately that's enough for him to secure the spot. But we're not giving up. I go to the left to the inside of the next turn, Puhan. And we just barely missed each other. San Mateo gave me space, so kudos to him. Right now, we're just going to settle. Unless... Oh no, who's that? Oh, that's Fernand. Oh, that was a close call. I remember I was like clinching so hard. And clinching to the steering wheel so hard because I don't want to crash to my teammate, right? As he's just crashed out and was about to rejoin. So, at least we survived. But unfortunately, Joshua Nabos, our arch nemesis in just sim racing in general, he unfortunately spins out. Now, this is unfortunately due to further immense lag. Now, it was fine before as they were battling it out in the race one. But here, before I continue that, I made a mistake and I go very deep into the turn. Here I decide to cut, really. Just rejoin. Yeah. Yes, I'm losing time anyways already. So I'll just cut it and not make it hard on myself. But it's alright. It's a long race. Luis Moreno didn't make it too far actually. He is P6. So yeah, there's that. As Ferdy is going side by side, up Eau Rouge and Radeon, gives the space, slows down a bit. Luis Moreno, wow, that was a huge cut. Pretty sure that's just to avoid, but I don't know. I'm not gonna protest it. Yeah, Ferdy giving, just lifting a bit, right? Yeah, there you go. A bit late, but it's alright. Whoa, bit sideways, but we're still behind Luis Moreno. Very close. I don't know how close that is. Maybe I should get a screenshot of it to see how close it was. But yeah, here we are. Oh, just a small bump from Ferdy. He says hello. But yeah, we just bunched up together and we are, yeah, just had a small bump, but nothing affecting anything really. Yeah, Luis Moreno holds on to the outside. He goes wide really and was able to keep the position. Legal? I'm not sure, but I'm not going to protest it as well for this one. But yeah, There you go. Just forgot the apex where it was. And here we are. We're settling for P6 and P7. So not bad. Let me try to take a look at who are the drivers at the front. So we have Alexis Clopano, Sir Lex, Roy, Enzo, Miguel San Mateo, Sir Aldo, and Sir Luis. And then there's me. And Ferdy, Vernon, as well as Joshua Nabus, who had that incident with Ferdy. Which, by the way, Joshua was cool with it. It happens sometimes. But yeah, look at that Ferrari. A Ferrari. look at look at the red Porsche there. I just saw red and assumed Ferrari. But nope, that's not the case. But yeah, here we are. We're just getting good exit out of La Source. That was a very nice run, very nice line. Apparently, it looks odd, but it's the fastest line through there, I find. But yeah, here we are. Oop. Just had a very awkward line through there, and we used all the curb on the apex and exit, just because I almost died really. And then we have a good run. Will it be enough? No, it won't be enough. I wasn't like ahead of him or anything. But Sir Aldo sort of went argy bargy, as I said in the stream. So Miguel San Mateo, unfortunately, you not losing one, but he's going to lose a second one. Will he lose third one? Oh, he gets bumped by Sir Lewis, and gets bumped by me as well. Maybe he turned into me, but yeah. He lost 3 positions. He might lose 4 as Ferdy takes a look at the inside. Is he side by side? I don't think so. Not quite yet. So yeah, that was a crazy sequence of events for Miguel San Mateo. A very unfortunate one, as he lost 3 places in the span of 1, 2, 3. In the span of 3 corners. So that's insane. And lost 2 places in 1 corner at the hairpin, the down hairpin. So unfortunate for him, but hey, we're all competing here. So Lewis, me, Ferdy as well. And then yeah, let's see. Right now we are P6. Just trying to chase down Sir Luis Moreno. And yeah, right now he's our, he's the one that we need to be concerned of, as he finished right behind us. But it's not really ideal. We're P6, which means I won't be scoring a lot of points for this race if I finish this way. Yeah, using all the track. That's very important. Use all the track on entry, apex, and exit. And here I just wanted to get into his head, as I had a bad angle through there. Yeah, I just wanted to get into his head, make him, look at his mirror for a bit, just do wild fakes here and there. But of course, while trying not to take him out at the same time. That's very unideal. If I get a penalty, we both slow down, just bad results really. But yeah, we're still here in P6. I think we're just going to stay here for a good while. There are 7 minutes remaining into the session. So yeah, apparently this is pretty much the race, as I lock up very heavily into the hairpin. But let's be a bit patient with the throttle, so that make sure we rotate enough for making the turn. And then we cut that inside of no name, because apparently we can. Just can. It's not that bumpy. You're able to carry more speed into the turn. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. We're very close to each other, but let's see in the upcoming minutes. Now here, we skipped a few minutes ahead. We're now 5 minutes remaining into the session. Someone in front locked up. That's P3. That would be Enzo Ison. And yeah, we're just behind Sir Lewis. Here, I do a fake but I brake a bit too late and I hit him in the back. Fortunately, there's no damage, so I just slowed down. I didn't want to take him out or like take advantage of it. But yeah, for some reason, these cars aren't usually spinnable. I guess it's the mid to rear engine configuration. So yeah, it's just no no spins or anything, unlike other cars. Um, yeah, here we are. Yep, don't want to be taking too much curb up top. And here we're just, yeah, we're just trying to race, really, trying to drive as fast as we can. So yeah, a bit sweaty, and my hair is sort of like falling off because the electric fan is coming from my right, and it's just dropped my hair. But yeah, there's that. So now the gap to P3 and P4 has increased. So because of that bump, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to try to overtake Sir Lewis as fast as possible. My line there was very odd. Like I closed up to him very quickly, midsection, but I was just not angled for the exit properly. So that's why. Anyways, let's try this again. Using what I would say the fastest line through there, because of the camber and how long the straight is, like the flat out section is for this one. But yeah, here, there we go. Woo. Using all of the track surface, like left wheels on the white line. Oh, as we go for a move, perhaps Sir Lewis defends the inside very well actually, but fortunately I do not make. Yeah, I just don't have the braking capacity there. I didn't use all of it to get around the outside. And then we had a snap oversteer moment. But yeah, that's that. We survived though. So I'm really eager to overtake Sir Lewis because again, he's my closest competitor. As we go a bit over the curb there. We all saw that. But yeah, not sort of optimal really, because it's very sketchy if you do that. You have a chance that you'll die if you do that line. But we survived thankfully, and we're able to catch up to Sir Lewis again. Now here, yeah, feels great with the wheel now, which by the way, in case you haven't heard, or if you're new here, I was on a controller back then, and I was using a Logitech F310 as well as advanced gamepad assist on a set of Corsa and the gamepad filtering on R Factor 2. Now, with those two assists, not assists, like apps or features, it was like super great using the gamepad and those advanced gamepad assist and gamepad filtering, that I was able to win some championships. If you look at my Twitch channel, I did put some achievements there, a list of achievements, and some of the championships were won with a controller. Well, unfortunately, those weren't priced. So we were champion, but just champions. We didn't get anything from it. Yeah, that's my story. That's why I was called the Gamepad Lad before. That's what I named my brand as. But now I'm not on a controller, as you can see. I'm on a wheel, a Moza R9 wheelbase with an ES wheel rim, as well as the Moza SRP pedals with the accessory kit on. I have the stiffest spring, the red one. Is it the red one or orange one? I forgot. I think it's the orange one. The stiffest spring with the softer elastomer. As we see here, actually, while I was yapping, Luis Miranda overtakes his teammate Enzo. So now I'm really like, sort of like, gotta move on. It's the last lap, as you can see at the top, and I need to overtake Enzo so that I don't go too far away. I don't really lose my advantage that I gained the from race 1. So let's see here. Whoop, lock up. Just not just pushing as hard as I can, really. Not worrying about the tires or anything. Lockup's fine. Especially in Assetto Corsa, I don't really feel it. At least not compared to something like Le Mans Ultimate or R Factor 2. But yeah, here we go. Just a bit of curb, which sent me into a bit of a slide. TC kicked in, as you saw by the lights, the LED lights. But yeah, chasing down Enzo Ison though. We have a great run. I think I lifted off a bit, I'm not sure. But here we go. Down into the bus stop. Will we have a chance to overtake him? I move left and right just to confuse him, but nothing. So here's what it is. We are P6 in race 2. So it's Sir Lex and then Roy, and then I can't see who's P3. I think it's Aldo, Sir Aldo. P4 is Luis. P5 is Sir Luis Moreno. P6 is, wait, what? P4 is Luis Moreno. P5 is Enzo. P6 is me. P7 would be, I think, Ferdy. And then P8 is Miguel San Mateo, if I'm not mistaken. And I think P9 was Vernon, but I could be wrong. No, P9 should be Josh, or P10 should be Vernon. But I can't really see it in this HUD. So we're going side by side. You know, I just said why not? Just to show our liveries, I guess. Although similar in terms of the shapes and all that, it's a bit different where the primary colors are placed. But it's basically the same skin, just different color. And then pit limiter on, and I think Sir Lewis will catch up to us. But yeah, I should get like a replay of that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this race. I'll put the standings, current standings after race, or after round 1. Here it is. Like, I'm P1, but it's very close because Sir Lex finished P1 in race 2, which meant he had a lot of points gained in race 2, which means that the gap is not so big, like as big as I thought. Yeah, I just have high expectations for myself. It's blessing and a curse, I guess. Like, I don't feel happy when I'm in the lead, especially by that few number of points, as Ferdy pulls off because he has to go with IRL stuff. But yeah, that's that for me, really. I hope you guys enjoy this first video. Quality will go up as time progresses. Just yeah, let me know what you want to see next time. If you have feedback or any suggestions, or if you would like to see anything else on the channel that's related to sim racing, or maybe even not sim racing, but probably sim racing, please. That's that for me, guys. Guys and ladies and gents, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe and take care. Alright, peace.